Guess what, everybody? We're back from the dead, just like SWA. It's another episode of a Schmoke
and a Pancake.
Oh, baby, we're back.
Yes, once again, we rise from the ashes like the phoenix in the...
you know what the gist is. So we have not done an episode lately, but it's almost because we want to keep people to the edge of their seat. What's going to happen next with this wonderful podcast that we do?
Yeah, that's what it is. We already do a podcast where we don't know the topics, and we're getting, like, shit-faced along the way.
Oh, of course.
But we still need to make people guess even more. The code words and the inside jokes and all that didn't have people on their toes enough. We also take long breaks, random hiatuses. No, the truth of the matter is...
You think you know, but you have no idea.
You know me. We've been super busy. He, brand new job. Me, lots of freaking traveling. That's...
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's a little
nuts.
But
not for nothing, I mean, the wrestling world, too, has got a lot of shit going on.
It does.
Not for nothing, the return of Becky Lynch and becoming the new WWE SmackDown Women's Champion.
Yeah, that's the return everybody's excited about.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're going to get to the next one. And, of course, the Beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar, came back. Yeah. Looking to whoop Roman Reigns' ass.
Yeah, that's the return our listeners are hyped about.
Of course then.
There's one return our listeners are hyped about. We will not talk about it on this show. This show is about being not straight edge.
We cannot speak of he who is not being named.
He who shall not let his wife wrestle.
Wow!
No, he said her neck hurts. Anyway, we're back. On track, we're here in the studio, and it's another episode of the ASAP podcast.
Thank you for listening.
Now, we have so much to cover, and we have a special episode, so we've kind of trimmed the fat a little bit. We're not going to spend...
Trim the fat, indeed.
That's what I call this podcast when I fire you.
Damn.
ASAP, Trimming the Fat podcast. So, we're not going to go too much into the alcohol, although we are drinking what's called an old-fashioned.
Ooh, yes, and they are quite...
bitter.
Quite bitter, but it's refreshing. It's quite cold.
It's like an indie wrestler who doesn't get booked. Quite bitter.
Damn.
Oh.
Let me count the douche.
It's a little bitter, but it's very good, and it's keeping us classy. It's keeping us gentlemen.
And it's keeping it very, very smooth.
And I think on the same point, we're probably going to cut the mailbag. I mean, over the last, 5 months since we did the last podcast.
Nobody wants to talk to us right now.
So we got to build the fan base back up. I think they're all busy with their OnlyFans.
Falaba, help us one more time.
I forgot we referenced Falaba and he retweeted it.
Falaba, do it!
If we're just
like
referencing...
Beetlejuice, if you keep saying his name,
he's going to come right out of the refrigerator. It's
Alright, I can go with what you're saying. So we're looking for name dropping that we get the most clout possible. I got it.
See?
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Oh, crap.
Jesus
Christ. Oh, crap, you said it.
Oh. Ooh, I'm getting a phone call. I'll call you back. I guess it worked. And Full Face Wrestling is back October 2nd.
That's going to be awesome.
I hear someone in this room is wrestling someone from AEW. It's not Pancake.
It's not me. Of course, you're going to see an awesome tag team match, which features his truly, of course, my partner. Truly. Yeah, you're welcome. My partner in crime, Johnny Malloy, the beard villain, with his Full Faith Wrestling tag team partner, Anthony Gangone.
Scurvy Pete! Oh, Anthony Gangone.
And we're going to be facing two really good, excellent pieces of talent.
Joe! Oh, Joe, yes. I changed your life, Ocasio.
Sorry, Joe.
He changed my life.
He did change our lives.
And Cezar...
He's the reason why I eat salad and shit-ass juice. Let's fucking go!
Shit-ass juice?
Don't ask questions.
That's the name of Gallows pre-workout. Shit-ass juice. And of course, Cezar Bonini?
Cezar
Bononi?
Cezar?
Bononi? I've heard Cezar and I've heard Cezar.
Bononi.
Either way, I know
Bononi.
He used to be the dog whisperer. He got super jacked. And he got signed by AEW. And now Mike Magna wants me to wrestle him. So let's do it.
Hey, why the hell not?
Why the hell not?
And of course, he's also going to have probably one of the best general managers, in my opinion. It could be totally different from you. I really don't give a shit. Vicky Guerrero.
Oh, she's awesome, yeah.
Yeah, she's fucking fantastic.
Vicky is cool.
I can't wait to work with her. She's gonna be at Full Faith Wrestling alongside Cezar Bonini from AEW. So make sure you guys buy your paninis and buy your tickets now.
He will be selling them at the merch table, I've heard.
You know what? I hope they have gyros.
Cezar the Panini. He's actually a super nice guy, and I told him I was going to chop him in the ab, and I think he called me fat boy or something, and I was like, oh, yeah, he's super friendly.
Hey, super cool dude.
Super cool dude. Wow, there's some weird stuff going on here. So I can't wait to see how awful this audio sounds. Hold on. Let me turn this thing over. I think it's me. Oh, man, I think my mic's messed up. I'm going to find out at the end of this podcast.
Well, if we don't finish this podcast in the right way, you can forget about another fucking shot.
You know how I know my microphone? If you watch, my microphone sometimes blinks on the little play thingy, and yours don't. Neither of yours.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
Maybe it only blinks when you're saying something of worth.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
Hold on. Look at this. Look, okay. Ready? You see this thing? Nicole, say something.
Hi, how are you?
Look how big her lines are.
Wow.
Pancake, say something.
Hello! My name is Pancakes. I like poking dead things with a stick.
Now watch me. Penis. See how low my
Wow,
penis
see? You're low.
Yeah, my penis came in super soft.
I get it. It's super soft.
Super soft. What the?
It's like Huggies. Super soft.
I even have more volume than you guys.
That's nuts.
That is super weird. I think my mic might have broken.
I hope not. Cause that's dick. Like big dick.
My mic might have broken. I don't know.
You want to swap with me?
I mean, I would literally have to cut it, and we'd have to film every single thing over again.
Yeah, I'm just saying if you want to.
Wow, I think my mic broke. We won't know till the end, really. I mean, I can't. Look at that. Look how low it's coming in.
Wow.
That's crazy.
What do you want me to do? I'm currently live on a podcast, so I mean, we make decisions currently now.
So how about this?
Okay.
Why don't we cut to a break, and we'll get ready for our 3 questions, and when we do that, we can check our...
I guess that is. Yeah, it's not the normal opener. We're just going to... There's nothing I can do, yeah. Sorry, guys. We're going to go straight to the questions.
All right.
Well, it wouldn't be an indie-rific podcasteroo without some technical difficulties, and we just found out that microphone cord number 1 has busted, and we had to switch the mics around so you guys can hear us, but I think... we're coming through loud and clear now.
Yeah, I think we're pretty good right now. What do you think there, Nicole? Test 1, 2.
I think Mike Cord could be a jobber name, and I love it.
That's true.
Yeah. See, the producer mic's coming in very, very low, and Boo Boo's mic is practically muted at this point. Okay, so we're in a very special episode. You know the format. 3 questions at random, taken from a big list. We get 10 minutes to answer them, but this time we did something just a little bit different.
Just a little bit different.
This time, we each came up with 5 questions we'd like to personally ask the other person.
And these are questions that popped right out of our ass because we just like each other too much. We want to know a little bit more about each other.
Just some weird questions, some burning issues, some topical stuff, some stuff we might not have gotten to on the big list, and we wrote them down, and we gave them to the little monster Binky, and she's going to choose 4 of the questions submitted, and we're both going to take turns answering these questions.
And it's going to be a grand old time.
All right, let's get right into it. Question number 1.
Question number 1.
Number 1.
Talk about a wrestler you think sucks, but everyone else loves.
Ooh, talk about a wrestler that we think sucks, but everybody else loves. I like that.
This is actually a topical topic.
This is topical. This is like a fucking ointment.
Oh, of course it is. Hey, and who doesn't like ointment?
Donkeys. Anyway.
Donkeys.
Would you like me to go first?
You know what? Yeah, you usually like to you like to start us off, and I like to follow through.
It's like there are 2 places I like to start. On the podcast and at a gangbang. They're like, who goes first? I'm like, I'm first. I'm in and out. I'm bursting out.
Me!
At the podcast, of course.
You got your hand up, you're fucking holding your arm up with the other arm.
Yeah, I'm holding my arm. That's what it is.
Yeah.
All right. So, what's the question?
A wrestler you think sucks, but everyone else loves.
A wrestler you think sucks, but everybody else loves. Okay. So, this podcast, people do not tune into our podcast to hear about the adventures of Gobble Gobble and the contingency.
No, not at all. Ever.
They tune in to see us get ripped out of our minds and say things that could cost us bookings later on.
But you know what? The wonderful thing about this podcast is that, honestly, we don't give a fuck.
Well, I do, but I'm still gonna, I'm not gonna compromise the integrity of our drug podcast by not telling the truth. So, with that said, a wrestler that I think sucks, but everybody else loves. Now, I don't think this man sucks. I don't think he's a bad wrestler. I don't think he's a great promo. I just generally don't see the hype around him. Would that fit?
Yes.
All right. You ready?
Who is it?
Malachi Black. Aleister Black.
Oh, boy. I think he's overrated, to tell you the truth.
I mean, I like striking in wrestling. I like spinny kicks and punches, and I like goth characters. I like cryptic promos. So
all the ingredients
of an Aleister Black, Malachi Black soup is there.
Of course.
I don't get it.
I'm not into him. I'm not into his wrestling style. I'm not into I understand he wanted to follow through with his eye gimmick, where he went from WWE, pulled his eye out, he had an eye patch, and then got released.
Continuing shit, yeah, it's cool.
He's continuing. It's pretty cool. I can appreciate that as somebody who can see it, who sees it on a weekly basis,
who has the ability to see out of their eyesight.
Correct. Don't show this to the blind. Anyway,
Stevie Wonder hates Malachi Black.
So is Ray Charles, but he dead, so who give a fuck? But Malachi Black, I can understand why you say that, because in my opinion, Malachi Black, as I said, is a bit overrated. And I honestly believe that if he was going to be put in this in a match with Cody Rhodes and in headline,
right out of the gate, right out
of the fucking gate, I can't stand that shit.
But what else could they do? I mean, he is a big big name coming from WWE, so they got to feature him right out of the gate. But I just feel like for me it fell flat. For me, the WWE run fell flat. Everything after NXT fell flat. For me, the PWG run was flat. I never got behind, and I think this is a guy that fits that category.
I don't think I ever got behind him, to be honest with you, even when he was in NXT.
What about that time you brought him that roofie colada? Did you get behind him then?
Oh, only you'll. Yeah.
Well, we did train with his wife. So this is all could be possible.
That's true. The proof is in the frosting, but I'll never tell.
I'll never tell. I'll never tell. Remember when wrestling was I'll never tell? Thank God that switched.
Oh, yeah. Jesus Christ.
All right, so I ripped the Band-Aid. I picked someone that everybody universally is going to be upset at me about.
Yeah.
What about you? What about you, Pancakes?
I got to be honest with you. There's a lot of talent right now that's out there, and to be perfectly honest with you, there's a lot of it out there that just, in my opinion, are the drizzling shits. And whether they have a contract or not, it's what it is.
Well, this is your platform, friend.
This is my platform, and I'm
to ruin your future bookings.
Damn, I'm going to.
I'm going to ruin my future bookings. You almost said it. I'm going to ruin my future bookings. Fuck Cody Rhodes. That's what he was going to say. He's going to go off on Cody Rhodes.
Damn. No, it's not. It's not even. Whatever.
You know it's Cody Rhodes now. Cody, I hope you're listening.
Oh, he's not. Nobody's listening.
Cody Rhodes is listening. If I had to be positive about one thing,
if I had to be positive about one thing, it's Cliff Roush.
Cliff Roush is a great person.
He's a good dude.
I hope only good things happen to him.
Absolutely. Tell Grandma I said hello, Cliff.
Tell Grandma I said hello. And my birthday's June 11th. Send money.
Send money. And
All right,
stay positive.
Time to name names.
Yeah, who do you got?
Anyway, my guy that I would say, it's got to be, and I know everybody's gonna hate me for this too, Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega.
I'm not a Kenny Omega fan. I've never been a Kenny Omega fan. Never. And I bet
That's a hard one, man.
I assure you, he's probably the nicest guy in the world. He's a hard-working dude. He's been around. The guy's got an anime character on him.
He's got a pre-workout.
Of course he does. Of
Total,
course he's got a
Total War D-Trigger.
Jesus.
We tried it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, is it good?
It's pretty good. And currently, I'm working with the company that makes Bucked Up and the Young Bucks to make a new pre-workout called Young Bucked Up. That was unplanned. I just thought of that now.
Slap that on a fucking Pepsi can.
Yeah, I want 3% of the royalties. Or Michael Nakazawa once a week.
Damn.
I'll take either one.
Once a week.
Just to oil me up for tanning.
Cody's literally listening to this going, you told me that last week.
Yeah, I know. Fuck young boy Cody. Not Cody Rhodes. Young boy Cody. Fuck that guy. He does exist.
There you are, Peter.
I had to ask Harold O'Hart's earlier. I'm like, hey, are you one of the people that think my friend Cody is a figment of imagination? He's like, no, I've met him. I know he's real. I'm like, okay, it was Pancakes and someone else think he's a fake person that doesn't exist.
But then I did meet him.
Did you meet Cody? Yeah.
Yeah.
When?
You met Cody?
Oh, no, not Cody. I thought you said Ryan, sorry.
No, Cody's got anxiety. It's hard to meet him. You have to catch him.
Yeah, I still
like
to
a
this day
Pokemon.
believe that
He's like a fucking groundhog.
See him in the wild.
I'm starting to think that he's like a thing. You ever see the movie A Beautiful Mind?
No.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Yeah, you know, yeah.
I would have said Fight Club, but I get what you're saying. Yeah.
I was in Fight Club. But
Or Winnie the Pooh.
Found out I was just fighting myself, punching myself in the face in the mirror.
That's a fucking hell of a crossover. Fight Club and fucking Winnie the Pooh. Christopher Robin is having a really bad time.
He starts fucking up Tigger.
The most wonderful thing about Tigger.
This isn't very nice.
This isn't very nice. Oh, bother.
Robin.
So, yeah, Christopher Robin's a piece of shit. But Kenny Omega, what a choice.
Oh, Eeyore, why are you so rude? I've got a nail in my anus. Oh.
Is that a Robot Chicken or Family Guy?
That's Family Guy.
Of course it is.
Thank you, Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah, thank you for nothing.
Nothing.
Alright, Kenny Omega, that's a weird choice. I mean, he's very good, and his promos are very Intercontinental Champion, so...
But, as I said, I mean, not for nothing, I watched a video of him wrestling a 9-year-old girl.
That was a long time ago, though.
I know it was a long time ago.
2013?
I understand that, but, like, things like that, in my opinion, like...
Tarnish,
it just makes you look like a schmuck.
And the Young Bucks kicked an 8-year-old in the face.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was funny.
But you know what?
You tell me you never wanted to kick a fucking 8-year-old in the face. You want to punch a baby in the face?
On his birthday.
Family Guy again. You gotta think back to the year they did this, like 2013 or earlier. We hadn't thought yet that all we had to do was put our hands in our pockets to get over.
Yeah.
We didn't know that yet. We thought we had to, like wrestle young girls and wrestle invisible men and throw Joey Janela off buildings and super kick children, and you know what I mean? Like,
Damn.
we didn't know. All you had to do was put your hands in your pocket,
pockets.
or be very good and very evil.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's good.
It worked for Creative Pro.
I think we've shit on. now we're shitting on Brian Myers, who I have no reason to shit on. That
I'm just saying. Almost every single one of his students.
You did what to his sister? I don't know if he has a sister. All right, Brian Myers. We're going on to topic number 2 for the sake of bookings at Creative Pro.
Wow.
All right. Question number 2.
Tell
us about the best match you've seen live.
The best match I've seen live. Tell you about it.
Yes.
All right, you want me to go first, Pancake?
Yeah, go first.
I knew he was going to say that.
I love it when you go first. I like listening to you talk. It makes me wonder a little bit about me.
What you got to realize is I'm a Ferrari engine and a fucking Nissan.
And I'm a scooter.
Yeah, I was gonna say
we can get about 30 miles per hour.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're a Flintstone car, and you're always starting uphill. But you're a Flintstone who lost his feet to diabetes, so you're just stubbing it. All right.
Diabetes sucks.
The best match I saw live. Okay. The setting was 2005.
Okay.
At Sports Plus in Lake Grove.
Ooh, Sports Plus.
Now, I had brought my girlfriend at the time to a Ring of Honor show.
Who is now a whore.
Yeah. And I had spent $50 fucking on these tickets, per ticket. And she wanted to leave early because the show was boring.
Bitch!
But the best match of the night, absolutely, the last match I got to see before I left, and the best match I've ever seen live, was Austin Aries versus Nigel McGuinness for the Pure Championship at Sports Plus Ring of Honor.
You know, I wasn't there for that match.
You should have been.
But I heard it was a fucking good match.
The finish?
I remember that.
Still to this day, having never rewatched it, I can still tell you the finish. The whole match, Nigel McGuinness had worked Austin Aries' arm. Had really beat that arm up. And in the Pure title, there's a rule. You can only grab the rope 3 times. After that, the rope break doesn't count.
Wow.
So if you're trapped in a submission, you better try to work out of it. You better not be lazy and go for the rope. Because maybe later on, you'll need that rope.
Yeah, you're going to need to fucking try to get your ass out of it.
Cool, technical wrestling-based stipulation, right? So Nigel had beat the fuck out of Austin's arm. He actually tricked Austin into grabbing the ropes early in the match. He had him in an arm wringer, wouldn't let him out of it, and Austin got frustrated and grabbed the rope. And Austin was like, crap, wasted rope break. You know what I mean? It's like one of those things.
Yeah.
End of the match. Austin has Nigel down. Nigel might have been laying on the barricade for the ring. He might have been laying across the barricade that separates the audience. They might have broken a piece and put it in the ring, if I remember it right.
Right.
Austin Aries climbs to the top rope, and he hits his 450. Right. And he lands it on Nigel. And the ref counts 1, 2, and Nigel locks in a Kimura.
Ooh.
And turns Aries over, and Aries taps out because his arm had been so damaged. So Nigel's last bit, like his dying gasp, was to try a submission, and it works. And this is before MMA was big.
Right.
And Austin taps because he grabs the rope, and the ref goes, no rope break, and he's like, fuck, I've used them all. Fuck, tap, 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 tap.
That's fucking cool, man.
Dude, it was I may not be a technical wrestler myself.
No, but you know what? Technical wrestling can look fucking cool.
But
that's something that I would have loved to see.
Right, that was my cup of tea back then. I was a Benoit guy. That was my cup of tea. And I remember my lady at the time wanted to leave, and I was like, I have to see this motherfucking match before intermission. And I probably, to this day, still the best match I've ever seen live.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, man. What, 16 years? I remember this thing.
At fucking Sports Plus, man.
Sports Plus was the shit, right, J-Fabs?
It was the shit.
Right?
No.
J-Fabs, who I know is listening. You know, CJ Bambino, when I'm talking to him, and he just says something, and I go, hey, that's from my podcast. And he winks, and he goes, I've been listening the whole time.
Wow.
I was like, you've been listening for 2 years and never once said anything. You fucking creepo.
You bastard. You're
anyway,
stalking us.
Big shout out to CJ I have COVID Bambino, who is now, he's cleared. He's back. He's back. And now Pancakes. What is the best match you saw live? And to be fair, you've seen a lot of my matches live, so we're going to exclude me from the category.
Shut the fuck up, you egotistical soul bitch. So, my favorite match live.
Mike Magnum versus Marty Flames. 5.
No, we're like 20.
25.
2000.
Menace versus his mask. 4.
Oh man, there's a lot of good matches that I really.
Oh, I saw a good one at the Ronkonkoma Fire Department. I forgot to mention.
Don't.
It was
not even.
It was a
attempt to give them a push of any sort.
What was it? It was a first blood match, maybe.
Wow.
What is the best match you ever saw, Pancakes? Live.
Best match I've ever saw.
You were there for it.
I was there for it. Okay. My favorite match live It was the...
Oh, I know what you're going to say. Wait, can I guess?
Go ahead.
Shawn Michaels and God versus...
Best match ever.
I was like, were you there for that?
Why weren't we? What?
Why didn't God take the tag, man?
Oh, man.
It still bothers me to this day.
Let me tell you something.
If Mike Magnum's real, why didn't God tag Shawn Michaels?
He needs to start doing stand-up.
Mike Magnum? Jesus Christ, he'd be good. Get it? Pun?
Jesus Christ needs to start stand-up.
Oh my God, that guy would kill.
So this one time, right, they stuck me on a tree. Anyway.
Wait, is that what it was a cross? Or?
It was a cross, but like in different religions, it's there. Anyway,
sometimes a tree. Yeah. Let's not get into this.
No. We like to have our podcast ruled like a bar. No politics, no religion, just booze.
I could, the dude abides. I could go with that.
Dude abides.
All right, so the best match I ever saw.
Best match I ever saw. Live was, believe it or not, an SWA show.
I do believe it.
Oh, I'm glad you do. Fucking egotistical son.
Oh God, don't say Jack Gallo, Tony Nese, right?
No.
So many people love that match, and I do too. But still.
Nope. You're gonna love me for this because this was a very good match, and I think you will agree with me.
God, I want to guess. Was it Rick and Marty versus Flawless and Lawless?
No.
Oh, that was good.
It was a good match, but no, that's not what I'm talking about. Ready?
Wait, I can guess. Nightmare and Pancakes versus the FBI. Because that was a good match.
That was a good match.
By definition of a good match, that was a good match.
By definition.
Not by personal opinion, but by definition.
Definition. Damn. My favorite match of all time. Nova Scotia versus Alexander James.
Wow, that's cool. I really appreciate you saying that because I trained Nova and I created Nova Scotia and the guy who played Nova Scotia is awesome. And Alexander James, we brought from Maryland to New York for the first time, and he's awesome.
I love them both.
Yeah, that was a cool match. You were right.
Not only was it a cool match, but they're both great wrestlers.
Yep.
The technicality of the match, the selling point, the ring placement, everything was there. Like, I cannot say a bad thing about that match. Bringing Alexander James in to work with Nova Scotia was probably the best thing that you ever did, in my opinion. Or bringing Alexander James in was probably the best thing you've ever done.
Well, do you know about the? This might be a thing we never said in the podcast. Do you know about the agreement I made with Alexander James?
I don't.
When I brought him in, I met him through Bam Bam Browning and Trent Farrell.
Right, I know them.
And I said to Alexander James, listen, I'll put you on shows, I'll book you, I believe in you, but you have to make an agreement with me.
Right.
From the time you debut, for 1 year, you will not accept any New York bookings but SWA. Because I want to build you, and I don't want people to steal my work.
I don't blame you.
I mean, we had MJF, we had Max Caster, we had Evander James, we had Smiley, we had Gangone, very early. And I felt like people were stealing what we were doing. They were letting us test the waters and then stealing the guys. So, yeah. And you know what he said? Fuck yeah, let's do it. And 1 year to the date, he came up to me and he said, NYWC wants to book me. Can I take it? And I said, fuck yeah, man. Fucking take that booking.
Fuck yeah.
You kept your agreement. You're a man of your word. Take that booking.
Fuck yeah. Good for him. And
man.
I'm going to say this. I am so proud of where he's gone.
Proud of him,
I'm so proud of what he's become. He's over in Germany. He's busting ass in Germany. I wish he would his head, though. I love his...
No, I really do. I'm really digging the shaved head. Because he's occupying the space that shooters do.
Okay.
And, a lot of the shooters... Less body hair, no friction.
Right, because there's nothing to grab. There's nothing
exactly.
It does something with your ability to move fast.
I would be very surprised if Alexander James does not appear for SWA in 2022.
I will be very surprised if he doesn't come back to SWA.
Yeah, without a doubt. Whenever it makes sense. That's pretty cool. Thank you for including SWA. Yeah. I don't know how that's your favorite match live because, like, you look at a guy like Austin Aries and Nigel McGuinness, Desmond Wolfe, whatever the fuck they called him.
Right.
These are world beaters. These are the top of the top of the top of the top in that time.
Right.
And Alexander James and Nova Scotia have yet to receive the acclaim of top of the top of the top of the top. But it's cool to see you, a guy that's absorbed 34 years of wrestling. Right? You're 34?
I'm 34, yeah.
You're 34. You know, I was wrestling. I was watching since I was 1.
Yeah.
So I mean, to include them, to include one of my students and one of my friends, cool, man. I'm really cool. I'm really hyped that we get to include that on the podcast.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, I mean, not for nothing, but SWA gave a lot of firsts for a lot of guys. A lot of first paydays to a lot of guys.
Yeah.
A lot of, in my opinion, if you can't fucking remember, or you won't remember, you're just a fucking asshole.
Yeah, we actually got Danny DeMonto his first blowjob.
Damn!
That's actually a joke about USA Pro Wrestling, and I'm sure like Rockshaw and Mike Law and like some of the guys who are listening laughed right there, but like, don't tell him I said that. I made bookings.
Damn.
Alright, that's pretty cool. 2 really cool matches by really great wrestlers. Man, Austin Aries, Alexander James sounds really cool. I can't afford it. Oh, Austin Aries is pretty much blacklisted right now. I can afford it. Anyway, on to the next question.
Alright, on to question 3.
How many Jesuses could you fit in a barrel? 1. There's only 1.
What do you think your life would be like without wrestling or MMA?
Oh, so that's obviously a Pancakes question meant for me.
Yes, it really was. I'm kind of curious as to where you believe that, you know, not for nothing, like, let's go back in time. Let's take that fucking time machine back to 1982, right?
1982?
Well, 1953, sorry. Don't take that
87, son?
I want to know exactly what you feel like your life would be like if you were not involved with wrestling or MMA.
Oh man, that's pretty tough because you know that's like the go-to. If I didn't have one, I would have chose the other.
Yeah, but where would your life be? What would you feel like would be your best like look on life? What would you be doing other than wrestling and MMA if this was not in your life?
Well, I'm very good with women, and I'm very good with comedy. I have a flair for the dramatic, and I have a flair for like planning. So I think one of the two things. I either would have been a porn director, or or like directing my wife or girlfriend, whoever the bitch was, like the OnlyFans, because that's the thing to do today.
Yeah, right.
Or I probably would have been a comedian. I mean, because it would have been something entertainment-wise, and I just think that if wrestling and MMA didn't exist, I still would have had bad teeth from years of soda and redneck upbringing.
Wow.
So I still wouldn't be able to do the acting thing, so it probably would have been comedian or porn director.
Well, maybe not all of them would have been knocked out. And
I probably would have had more, but they would have been deteriorated as shit. So, yeah. The Binky's trying to say if I wasn't wrestling, I wouldn't have gotten them knocked out. But maybe I'm a dick on the porn set, and some guy with a 12-inch cock, like, punched me in the face because I'm like, fuck her harder, you piece of shit. And he's like, what do you call him, piece of shit? And he knocks me the fuck out. Who knows? Or I tell a joke that's really racist at a comedy show, and some guy knocks me out and busts my teeth up. Could happen either way.
I regret asking this question.
Yeah, so that's probably it. I'd probably one of those two things. I can't think of anything else. Like maybe I would have worked with animals.
Do you feel like you would have gotten in shape the way that you are now?
No, because the only reason to get in shape is wrestling. I don't particularly like the gym. I don't particularly like the idea of exercising or sweating or whatever. But, you know, wrestling's a great motivator.
That's true. Wrestling is a great motivator.
Hopefully, 75% of the indie wrestlers listening follow that advice and actually start to go to the gym for the first time ever.
Going to the gym, dieting, eating the right shit. I mean,
taking pride in what you do, you know, the simple things. Yeah, no, dude, one of those two things, porn directing, or because you know, like, or comedy, because like wrestling, MMA, sex, and comedy are like my main fucking thoughts of my mind. So it would have been one of those things.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's
probably.
Cool.
What about you? No, fuck the MMA thing, because I know you're not the biggest MMA guy in the world.
I'm not a big MMA guy. I'm gonna be honest.
But wrestling. If wrestling wasn't around, you'd probably do something with food or singing. Because you're a good singer. People don't know that.
That's very true. What people don't really know about me is that when I was growing up, I was very much involved in school plays. I was an actor.
What was the first play you did?
My first play, I was the Butterfly King. That's right.
The Butterfly King?
Kindergarten, baby.
Butterfly King and what?
I did a live action play of a fucking child's cardboard book that only consisted of maybe 6 pages of the brave little caterpillar.
Open for interpretation. Your teacher was ready to go.
She was ready for.
She was ready for her Emmy. Or what do they get? What do the stage people get? Tony. She was ready for her Tony.
That's true. The worm ate through the apple. The worm ate through the orange. The worm ate through the banana.
Oh my god, I know that book.
You know what I'm saying, right? Yeah, they sell it at your local car wash.
You know what they say? Simple minds think alike.
Asshole.
No one says that. I was Rumpelstiltskin. That was my first play. I was Rumpelstiltskin.
That's funny.
No, I'm kidding.
Rumpelstiltskin is my favorite tale.
It is a cool tale.
I did really like the tale when I was younger, and that's why my group did it, and I ended up playing Rumpelstiltskin.
In 2nd grade, everyone in the class got to choose their favorite, what's it called, fairy tale?
Yeah.
I chose Rumpelstiltskin, so you get to dress as him in costume.
That's cool.
So I told my mom, hey, Mom, I picked Rumpelstiltskin. And she said, Jerry was fucking poor. I can't afford a fucking costume. You get no fucking costume. So I went to school, and you know those red cups you drink when you're drinking alcohol? The teacher cut the bottom off one of those red cups, took 2 lines with a Sharpie and a string, and she said, now you're one of the 3 little pigs, and snapped it on my face.
Wow!
And that's what it's like being poor and white. Poor white people do exist.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
That's fantastic.
It was crazy. That was the first time I was like, maybe I'm poor. It wasn't the lack of heat or electric or cable or the fact that my room had a slit in the wall 4 inches where you could see outside. Like the whole wall had a crack in it. That didn't tip me off I was poor. It was when I couldn't be Rumpelstiltskin. I was like, maybe I'm poor. Crazy.
I swear to
God. All right, back to you.
So yeah, that's right. I was a Butterfly King.
I was a butterfly.
Anyway, I was really involved in theater and music. I do sing. I like to say I'm a good singer. I mean, I smoke, but it sucks.
What does it do singing?
Where's your voice?
Lana Del Rey smokes while she sings.
I believe that.
She does. She smokes while she sings. It's crazy.
She's an angel.
Lana Del Rey? Well, most of her stuff was written by Jack Antonoff, but that's a whole nother music-based podcast I do with my friend Gilbert.
Gilligan and the Skipper.
Check out the smoke and the music.
Anyway, so I was involved with music and theater and acting, and I was really content with that. I mean, later on in life, I became more involved in cooking. So, and if you know me personally, which a lot of our listeners kind of don't, but kind of do.
They do whether they want to or not.
In the butt.
Aggressive. Hey kid, you want an 8x10? Meet me in the bathroom.
Wow.
Ooh, never mind. No, mulligan that whole thing. Mulligan that whole thing. This guy is definitely not like a fucking like rude boy Riley over here.
No booze for you.
No baboos. Another old fashioned bitch.
I got something in my left pocket.
I've got something in my left pocket for you.
Take a squeeze and say hello.
God, man. Butters is amazing. No,
I know. I'm not. I'm sipping. I'm sipping like a gentleman.
I would have guessed you probably would have did something with being a chef because I was lucky enough to go to your restaurant like when you were working at Daisy's.
Right.
And I brought my parents, and we tipped the girl who waited on us $100.
I know.
Yeah, well, she should have been happy. But anyway, and we're poor people.
Ungrateful people.
But the food was great.
Don't give a fuck, and that's a problem.
Oh yeah, she just shrugged it. Nah, well.
Like, fuck you, bitch.
Young blondes waiting, they're going to get money. Anyway, my mom thought she was doing something nice. But the food was amazing, and, you really have a knack for, you're probably a better chef than you are a wrestler, which is very, it's obvious by your career. And,
But you know, cooking was also a big part of my life. I learned how to cook by my grandmother, who was
Ethel.
Ethel
Tan.
Rose.
Ethel Rose Tan.
Ethel Rose.
Wait a minute. So your arch nemesis is named Rose, and your grandma was named Rose? That must have been tough for you. Rosebud. Rosemary. You can't even watch Impact anymore.
I swear to Christ.
I swear to Mike Magnum.
Wow.
I don't swear to Christ. He doesn't give me bookings. Mike's like, you're out of the match. We're putting in Smiley.
Not until you can stand in a church without fucking steaming up.
Long way away, bro.
So, yeah, that's where I would be in life. I mean, if wrestling wasn't involved, I would be a chef, or I'd still be, you know...
Or musical chef.
Or musical shit, or acting, because I like...
A musical chef would be awesome. Welcome to my food truck. Please buy a panini. Cezar Bonini's here for the day.
Best musical chef ever. Chef from South Park. He'd be singing to children.
I swear to God.
Children, suck up myself. It's out there,
I'll be honest with you. I'm a South Park fan. But I seriously thought, based on how tall you are, you were going to say Ratatouille. Just supporting the short community.
You're an idiot.
I've
never even seen that movie.
Her microphone's not messed up. Her voice is so small, it just comes out short. All right. What was that?
Right,
what topic was it?
That was number 3.
Number 3.
One question left.
One question left. Let's quench our thirst for questions.
Question number 3.
Man, I am how many old fashions am I in?
4 or 5.
And he's on 1.
Yeah.
It shows you can't take the bitters.
No, it's just
it's a man's drink. I don't expect. Listen, drink. I got a real I got a real last name like Werner. We build ladders and we're German. He's got a last name like Tan. That means they rub fucking black 50 on their balls and hop in tanning boots.
Or if you Google my last name my last name, you find a bunch of Asian guys.
Well, I mean, really,
about right.
That's true.
All names are tied to what they did. If your last name is Tan, it was probably something to do with leather work, like tanning hide or something like that back in the day.
You know, I never knew that. That's actually pretty
like,
cool.
if someone's name is John Baker, they were making fucking pastries.
Their family.
They were pumping out pastries. And you know why Banker is the last name? Because Jews. MJF's real name? Maxwell Jacob Banker.
All right. Let's do the last question here.
All right, number 4 out of 8 possible.
Number 4.
Shit.
I was super duper hoping this question would come up.
She was super duper hoping.
I was super hoping it would.
Super duper.
So now I'm very glad that it did.
So glad.
All right.
Mute his microphone. Put it on reverb.
Okay. You're starting a Long Island indie.
Yeah! This is the one I wanted. This is what kill the most of your bookings.
Wow.
Okay. You're starting a Long Island indie promotion. Who are the 5 guys you booked?
Fuck you son of a bitch!
You start. You fucking start. So off the top of your head, you gotta figure out 5 motherfucking guys. We're not gonna be mad later.
All right.
Nightmare. Taylor.
Let's just.
Brimstone.
Let's just.
Donnie Bon Jovi. And Johnny Over.
Nightmare. Ever.
Listen, I don't want you to say that because you have a 9-month feud with Nightmare coming up in SWA.
I hate you.
Spoiler.
I hate you with all my life.
Spoiler.
5 guys?
Yeah,
you're really trying to kill my career?
5 guys like your mom took on last night.
Wow.
Ooh.
You're a dick.
They had shovels.
Hey, listen, your mom likes my candy bacon.
My mom loves your candy bacon. She wants it in her mouth.
In her mouth.
In her mouth. My dad and mom will share your candy bacon on their knees.
Oh, yeah.
And my dad's crippled.
Oh, sure. Well, just so you know, Christmas time is coming up, and I'm making a shit ton of candy
You
bacon,
should.
and I'm going to
You should. I would be willing to sell it at ASAP Podcast. Listen, if you guys would like some of his candy bacon, which is world class, leave a comment on this, and Katie, we will get you candy bacon.
Can they, but can.
Awesome.
Katie is one of your biggest fans. Her kids are your big fans. Her husband's a big fan of yours. Neighbors of mine, and they will be at Back from the Dead to see you possibly win the Pride Championship.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. It's isn't
it weird you have real fans?
Really quick, yeah. Right? While we're on the topic, I'm just going to be totally honest with you. It is an honor and a privilege to be able to be wrestling for the SWA Pride Championship.
Now, true or false?
In October.
Your first title match in your SWA career, right? It's your first championship match. Right? I think it is.
No. And I'm going to tell you how.
No. The NYWC show doesn't count.
No?
Firestorm against me doesn't count. In SWA, this was your first championship match, right?
First championship.
Because Firestorm was a firestorm of events.
Like
you got that title shot because you were the best wrestler available.
That's true.
This is the first one where you went out and you, for lack of a better term, fucking earned it.
Thank you.
I would say raped it, but that doesn't seem right. Someone go earned it.
I appreciate the R word, too.
Well, the R word is very touchy.
I just wouldn't use it
literally
out loud.
I didn't say retard once.
Oh, wow. Anyway.
Well,
we have a lot of things to edit.
Let's retard this subject and get back on track.
Let's get back to more positive stuff here.
Yeah, Cliff's a great person.
This podcast is brought to you by the American Down Syndrome Association.
Listen, when I win the lotto, I will start the Paws and Pals Foundation. I will start it, Paws and Pals, where we take disabled and mentally handicapped individuals and we help them learn confidence and caretaking by taking care of local shelter dogs for free.
That's a cool idea.
It is a sick idea. My partner Dirty is super in on this, and this is what me and Dirty are doing after wrestling. We're opening the Paws and Pals. We are going to help people with mental handicaps learn confidence and learn job skills through helping shelter dogs who don't know how to socialize because no one will play with them, no one will take them for walks, no one will feed them.
That's fucking cool because that just shows that you are willing to put yourself out there after your career is over to make a fucking difference.
Dude, like my passions are definitely wrestling, MMA, sex, mentally handicapped people, and dogs. And they are never connected for the sake of not being arrested. What was the topic? How many penises can we fit in your mom before we pass out?
5 people you'd book on a...
Alright, you gotta go first. Yeah, so you're starting the Pancake Wrestling Alliance. And you're booking 5 people. Now it's Long Island, it's local, it's guys you can feasibly afford. So don't start off with, well, Young Bucks are 2, bro.
Oh, no, I got this.
Alright, you got it?
Let me tell you something.
Alright, I want you to loudly and proudly say number 1, number 2, number 3, and tell us some whys.
I will. I'm going to do that all for you, right?
All for us.
All for us. All for one.
And of course, this podcast is available on Spotify because we are a real podcast.
We are a real podcast, everyone.
Joe Rogan listens.
Damn.
I don't know that.
I don't know. We don't know.
He probably does. Everyone listens.
If he does.
If he does.
Hey, Joe.
Feel better.
Smoke this.
Smoke this. Smoke this podcast. Print this podcast out. Roll it up. Pack it with drugs and smoke it.
Yum.
Yum.
That's a fucking dessert.
He used weed to beat COVID.
You know what? Yeah, that's true. All right, back on topic. 5 guys. Number 1.
Number 1.
Doesn't have to be in order.
Okay. Number 1. Rex Lawless.
Rex Lawless. Sexy Rexy.
Rex Lawless. I've
Sexy
Rex
Rexy.
in the past. 101. Me and the pictorial Poseidon himself.
And he's moving back to New York, which means he is local, which fits the criteria. Now,
pretty cool.
Is he the guy? Is he the guy you build it around? No.
No.
What is he doing on your show?
He is literally gonna. He is my Rusev. He is my Rusev in AEW right now.
You know, we've done.
I want him to come in. I want him to fucking tear house.
We've done 20 episodes of this podcast. 15.
Yeah.
And that is the smartest thing you've ever said.
Wow.
The mic.
Except for that one time where the mic cut out and he said all that
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Oh, that's true.
But I will concede. I am the talker always. I will concede. Just explain this goodness because that is great. Rex Lawless as your Miro.
Like Rex Lawless is a tough-looking motherfucker.
Yep.
You put him in a situation where he's going to annihilate somebody. You don't... Like, honestly, I wouldn't put Rex in a normal match until the time is right, with the right person, with the right criteria, with the right ability, with the right everything. It has to be the right time.
Couldn't agree more.
Put somebody like Rex in a match with a bunch of jobbers, or have these jobbers get heat back on him. No, I don't want to see heat on him. I want you guys to go ahead. I want you to punch him, and then I want him to take your fucking head off.
Dominance.
I want to see dominance. I want to see an animal. I want to see a monster, and I want that monster to go straight to the head of the fucking pack when it's ready and it's time to go.
Wow.
I want him to go straight for that fucking title.
So you're using, I know you don't do... you're not a big MMA guy, but you're essentially using Rex as your John Jones.
You damn fucking
You're a fucking unstoppable stud that builds until a title shot is unquestionable.
Yes, exactly.
Wow, what a... Oh, my God. What is... Dude, like...
I told you I have a mind for this shit.
I am bullshitting... Well, I don't know if you could deal with the stress of promoting an event.
I couldn't. I'd shoot everybody in the room.
But, for your money's worth, me... personally, knowing what Rex will do for, that is, you knocked it out of the park. Your first pick, it's all downhill from here. Number 2, Marty Flames, like, fuck! Fuck! He has one eye!
Damn.
He's like a fucking pirate! Oh, executive producer Boo Boo has farted herself awake.
She took a thought.
She very much objects to the idea of Marty Flames being anywhere on any wrestling show ever. All right.
Oh, boo.
So you knocked it out of the park with Sexy Rexy Lawless.
As I said, I feel like he needs to be put in a position where.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Only for time constraints. We have 44 minutes, and I know our readers, they can't bust a nut for a full 60, but after that, they're like, why are we still listening?
Damn. Okay, number 2. To me, I feel like this guy, and I think you mentioned it a long time ago, he's got a certain heat.
Okay.
And he's got a certain heat that you can only get
Damien Darling.
if people... Oh, my God.
I got the book, Sonny.
No, he's got a heat where I know for a fact, if I turn to him and I said, I want everybody to hate you, he will do it.
Alberto Del Rio! Ooh, sorry, yes. I was sure it was him.
No, this man, I would put him in a position where...
He was bent over and prone.
I would honestly have him...
Bent over and prone.
As the leader of a group.
Okay.
Of a 3-man group.
Oh, God, if you say Dennis John, you're going to break the internet.
Nope. A 3-man group that honestly I feel need to be like...
Rip the Band-Aid.
You got it. Anthony Gangone.
Gangone's a great choice. You are so far knocking it out of the gate, out of the park, and your budget's under $100 right now, so I am applauding you here. You're doing great. You were doing great for a guy who has no idea of prices.
No, I don't know any of their prices.
I'm sure they both updated their prices, but I'm saying, like, you're spending, they're both coming in reasonably, and you've already got Rex and Gangone.
Right. But, like, I would put him in a 3-man group, but not just any 3-man group that's going to go out there and job. I want that.
Blue-man group! You make him shave his head.
Everybody's getting paint. Everyone, paint!
Binky was in the Blue-man group for like 6 months, but...
She's wearing a wig right now.
It's a wig.
Definitely.
And then she joined the Blue-man group.
No, but I feel like I need to put Anthony Gangone in a position of power.
Well, if people don't listen...
And not just position of power, though. Not just a position of power where he's going to go in there and he's going to whoop everybody's ass.
He needs guys who can do something.
Yep. He needs to be the main guy. He needs to be the Randy Orton of Legacy.
Had SWA not done the way it was, that was the Revolution storyline. Yep. Johnny Malloy would be thrown out. Gangone would take over. Things happen the way they do. I agree. Number 3.
Number 3. Mike Magnum. And I'm not saying it because he's my friend.
And because you want the bookings.
God damn it. No.
No, I understand that.
But I'm going to be honest with you.
Nothing penetrates harder than a paintbrush. I get what you're saying.
I love Mike. And I love Mike to death, and he'll always be my buddy and my friend. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I want the Mike Magnum before.
COVID?
No, before Full Faith. I want Mike Magnum.
You want the Mike Magnum
champion, Mike Magnum. I want to see him come in, tear ass up, fuck shit up, and I want him to be honestly. I could see him as a heel, but I want him as a face for at least a short time.
What you're saying is you want Magnum before the wedding, and it's nothing against Steph because she's great. And you want Magnum before the priorities, when wrestling was priority.
Yes.
When wrestling was the ultimate priority, like F everything else, wrestling time.
Yes.
Yeah, I get it. 4.
Fucking pancakes. Why the fuck not?
In number 4, you're booking yourself.
I'm going to book myself, but I'm going to book myself on the first match. And I'm going to tell you why I'm going to book myself on the first match.
I've always liked the first match.
I'm going to be honest with you.
You know that me and Alexander James both had a long conversation about why we prefer the first match. And if you look back at SW history, Alexander James was always the first match on the show.
That's true.
Because what? You set the tone for the whole show. You have a blank slate.
Yep. I'm gonna book myself for the first match for more than one reason. Number one, I can entertain the crowd without having to go crazy and ruining other people's spots and giving them an opportunity to shine.
True.
On a high fly, or going outside the ring, or using weapons, or having those big matches. Holy cannoli!
Binky appreciates that. She's Italian.
Mamma mia!
It's a pizza.
It's not delivery. It's DiGiorno. But I can set the tone for the crowd. Start them off with a laugh. Start them off with "All right, the good guy's here. All right." And that's when Anthony Gangone comes out and whoops my fucking ass.
So you're tying one thing to the other. That's cool.
That's exactly what I'm doing. And I'm going to tell you why. I also want to be first match. I want to be able to be in the back, and I want to have control as to what's going on in the show throughout the night. If I go out the first match, I'm already at the curtain. I can already tell them exactly what I want to do when I'm done, and then I'll come back and I'll finish off my job.
Smart.
The rest of the night, I'm at that fucking TV with the music guy, and I'm sitting there and I'm like a director or a producer. I would, like, in my...
Makes sense. Yeah, it really does.
You know? You come before the show, you do like a sound check, you run through your shit, you make sure everybody's on their points, tell everybody what they're doing, have the backstage meeting, give them a little inspirational speech, be like, hey guys, work the hardest, stuff like that. Tell them, pretty much just be the backstage guy that I want to be. So I can tell everybody where their cues are, what I need them to do.
Yeah.
I want it to be... I'm imperfect. I know a lot of people don't believe it, but I'm a perfectionist. I have OCD. I get pissed off when a fucking towel is hung the wrong way. Okay? When it comes down to that, I always imagine myself doing it that way because I like everything in order. I'm a time person, and I'm an orderly person.
Gotcha.
So,
all right.
That's weird because you're always late here. So
you are always late. But you're like a slutty girl on her period. You're always late.
Leave me the money on the counter and I'll get a towel.
I'll take care of it. All right, number 5, your last pick.
Number 5, I think we all know what this one's going to be. Because I'm hold on.
No, I know Joey Ryan, he's making a comeback.
Listen.
Young boy Cody.
My number 5, it's going to be a guy that I know who's going to be my supervillain.
God, Cliff Roush.
Oh, God.
He's going to spread it all. He's going to
No, I need that supervillain. Supervillain-esque who... we're integrating different guys together. I would integrate an alliance between the group with Gangone with the supervillain once or twice because of a conflict of a mutual enemy.
Conflict of interest, yeah.
Yes. So, in my opinion, this person needs to be so maniacal, so violent, so smart, but not only smart, can whoop your fucking ass in the worst fucking way possible.
Guys, it's obviously Nightmare.
No, God. This guy, I know for a fact,
Little Monster Binky.
is the biggest supervillain I can actually agree. Like, not for nothing, he gave me a fucking chair shot.
Listen, man. You know, Ricky Martin tries with his music.
Ricky Martin. Shebang! Shebangs!
Ricky Martin's a fucking treasure. Fuck you.
Weird Al is a national treasure.
Weird Al is national treasure.
He really is.
Yeah.
Anyway, my supervillain, my number 5 pick.
I'm flexing currently.
Damn. You're welcome, beer villain, Johnny Millay.
I think I'm very good, so I understand it.
No, it's not that you're...
I'm very cheap, so, book me.
No, but I'm looking at it like this, like, who are the two guys on my top 5 who I know who can go in there and get that type of heat that I really want them to have? I want my fucking dream. If I was to do a show like that, my dream for that would be I want my fucking show to have a fucking riot right afterwards because the fucking two fucking guys in the fucking room.
That's so smart what you're saying.
Fucking show and they hated him.
That is so smart what you're saying.
Fucking building. They want to fuck him up in the parking lot and want to chase him down the fucking road.
So smart.
Pitchforks and torches, bro. Frankenstein.
So smart.
Right out of town.
What you're saying right now is what I try to do in Delaware, what I try to do in Pennsylvania, what I try to do in Maryland, and I've succeeded. And you are fucking right.
Thank you.
True heat, not Kevin Owens. Happy you're here, clapping heat.
I want them to clap you and say, go fuck yourself.
This motherfucker.
I hope you fucking die. Yep. I hope your mother dies, your father dies, your dog dies, your cat dies, your fucking fish dies.
Not Boo Boo.
No, not Boo Boo. But that's the type of fucking heat I want these people to give to you. Because I am a firm believer of if you're a face and they're cheering for you, you're doing your job. If you're a heel and they want to fight you in the parking lot, you're doing your job.
Man, that's SWA. I'm happy to hear you say that.
You're welcome.
And if I sound drunk, it's because I'm drunk.
Yeah, that's why he's being so nice to me.
Dude, your 5 was great. I'm not even shitting on you. I love to shit on you on the podcast. It's funny. The crowd jacks off to it. But you did great.
Thank you, sir.
And now is the worst part.
Your turn.
My turn.
What are your top 5 guys for SWA show there, motherfucker? And I know I'm not.
Man, I'm really going to upset people a little bit.
I know I'm not.
Because this is dream booking, where budget is not necessarily the biggest issue in the world. It's somewhat of an issue, but not the biggest issue. And that's what's going to fuck this up, because I do a lot of things based on budget.
And you should, because money doesn't grow on fucking trees. I mean, in a way it does, but it doesn't.
Wrestling promoting is about making money. So, I mean, that's the goal. Okay, number 1. Damn.
It's a tough one. It's tough.
No, it's not very tough. Mike Magnum.
Okay. Why would Mike be your first pick?
I trust Mike. I trust Mike more than most people. Mike is in shape. He is safe. And he understands what should be done and what shouldn't be done.
Very true. You know, me and Mike Magnum, we trained together many years ago when we first came up. You know, we trained at the same, training
PWR.
School, PWR. And I'm going to be honest with you, everybody in that school fucking hated him. Because Mike told it like it is. Mike was that guy that they were so fucking jealous of that because... Not for nothing. Mike was good talent, and he was very, very.
It was obvious from the get-go that Mike was going to do something. So of course,
and he had heart.
You're going to hate him.
And he had.
And
heart.
I can relate to that as a VPW guy. You know, besides VSK, I think I'm a top VPW guy. So I understand it. Mike is a great size, a great promo. If you tell Mike something that makes sense, he'll completely do it. He's got national fame. He's got a good head on his shoulders. He's a guy you can count to make it from show to show without getting hurt. Mike is a great guy to build a company around. So, if I am picking 5, and I'm going to build a company around a heel, I pick Mike Magnum as number 1.
Now, are we going? Now, I'm going to ask you the same question you asked me. Are you talking about the Mike Magnum?
I'll take current paintbrush Mike Magnum.
Okay.
Because I think it's still the same dominance in the wrestling. Because Mike is who he is. Our gimmicks are us turned up to 1,000, right? You know, Johnny Malloy is stuff Jerry Warner wants to do, but will never do.
Correct.
So Mike Magnum is stuff Mike Rusciano. Sorry, Mike. Really feels. You know, he really feels he's been stepped over. He really feels he's starved for his art.
He has.
He has.
And he has for many years. And you know what? Not for nothing. He, in my opinion, Mike is top talent.
Top talent,
He's
yes.
top talent. And you know what? Everybody can. If you've ever booked Mike on your show, or he's ever come to a show, or he's ever worked on your show, whatever, he is top talent. He is worth having the time to book. You know, he has morals. He has a
great
for his craft. He cares about the way he looks like when he performs. He cares about what people think of him.
Yeah, and you're never gonna have to worry about Mike having a scandal. Correct. His life is his wife. His life is his children. Mike is devoted to God. Mike is a safe bet, and he's a quality wrestler. And Mike is my friend. So if I'm going to bring a heel in, because I think Mike works better as a heel, and Mike has never drained my wallet, I am going to invest in Mike Magnum. And Mike, a lot of guys say, when I get to the next level, I'm going to pull you up with me. You know,
a lot of people don't fucking mean that, though. I'll tell you right now.
I'll tell you a music thing real quick.
Yeah.
You ready for this?
I'm ready, baby.
You know the band Papa Roach?
Yes.
What's my favorite band? Do you know?
I don't know offhand.
Alien Ant Farm.
Alien Ant Farm. That was actually on the tip of my tongue, believe it or not.
Right? It's a tough guess. Alien Ant Farm and Papa Roach made a deal. Whoever got signed first, they would sign the other one. They would pull them up from the indies. And you know what Papa Roach did? They kept their fucking agreement. And Smooth Criminal, the Michael Jackson cover, hit the air. Mike Magnum has continually pulled people up to WWE, to AEW, when he got the opportunities. And those who didn't take it. But I was the guy who would take it. And Mike is a man of his word, a man of God, a quality wrestler, a quality promo. Mike Magnum is my first pick. Bam.
You know, Tony Soprano from The Sopranos said something very quotatious that I believe. Yeah, it's a
quotatious.
Quotatious.
I like that word, so continue.
I feel like this word, or this saying, really should reflect on everybody in this business.
All right.
Give respect, get respect.
I absolutely feel like that is something that simple. If we're talking on the subject of my first pick, Mike Magnum. Give respect, get respect. That is Mike Magnum.
Yes, Mike has always been respectful. Mike has always worked hard. Mike has always given opportunities to guys that I know for a fact have had opportunities, and if they chose not to take it, then that's on them.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day,
and I'm not going to say names, but I know you're talking about. I'm not going to say names, but I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah. At the end of the day, there's no shit on his shoe, because he's still going to keep pushing, and he's still going to keep going. And not for nothing, this man has gained so much notoriety and so much publicity, not only with himself, but with Full Faith Wrestling.
And he hasn't had to be sleazy. He hasn't had to be underhanded.
He's PG.
He just literally does what the guy upstairs tells him to do.
That's it.
And it has worked out. You know, I can't speak more about Mike, and Mike is definitely the heel I would bring in. Now we need to work on number 2.
No bitters.
No bitters?
No, I mean, I'm just giving you straight up.
Word!
We've switched Pancakes to single shots with no bitters.
Hey,
so his his delicate palate can take it.
I'm so down for.
Okay. Number two, the second guy I would spend the money to bring in, and it has to be a local guy feasible in the budget. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's a Long Island promotion, so yeah.
Long Island promotion has to be feasible to the budget, and just for kicks and giggles, give a reason as to why. Because I feel like when I was
I'm gonna rip the Band-Aid here.
Really like getting into the story of why.
Yeah.
Give me a little tale. Tell me a little tale there, Lassie.
Okay, so I'm gonna rip the Band-Aid here. I'm gonna say pancakes.
Before you actually say that, let's have a
Oh no, it's too late. Let's toast to the fact that pancakes, you are my number two.
Wow.
And that's two guys from PWR, so it shows the talent they were pumping out.
Let me tell you something. PWR, if the head trainers were not trying to put themselves over all the time, the guys that they were actually training, the guys who actually kept going after they decided to stop, and after they decided to say fuck all of us and go off and do your indie shit instead of closing your school without even a notice, that's okay. But the people the three main guys who came out of that fucking school are the three main guys that are fucking rocking the Northeast right now. Or at least two out of the three.
Ricky Martin. Enrique Iglesias, and Antonio Banderas.
I am Zorro. Thank God they never booked fucking Michael J. Fox for that Zorro gimmick.
Well, Michael J. Fox is in an awesome upcoming movie called Tremors 8. I'll just let you joke on that.
I love Tremors.
This is why we get canceled. Alright, so my first one was Mike Magnum. My second one was Pancakes. Pancakes is PG-13. He is super over with the crowd. He knows how to work. He can wrestle a guy who's wrestling 1 year. He can wrestle a guy who's wrestling 10 years. I don't have to worry about him. I don't have to worry about how he's going to behave online. Because he doesn't know how to use the internet. and I literally run his page.
Yeah, he does. I fucking randomly have shit popping up on my fucking phone.
And you're like, I didn't even post that.
I'm like, what the fuck?
I didn't post a picture of my own anus.
And you want to know something? Not for nothing, I totally forgot that you made a page for me.
True. Because you're so bad at self-promotion.
I'm so bad at self-promotion.
Like Ragdoll. Ragdoll was horrible at self-promotion.
I feel like I need to start paying you for that shit.
I'll add it to your tab.
Damn.
Anyway. Pancakes.
Comedy!
Pancakes is worth money in gold. You just need to keep motivated, and he can do incredible stuff. And I think that anyone who doubts that should see Pancakes compete in the Fatal 4-Way for the Pride Championship, 10:30, Back from the Dead, Saturday, NYWC Sportatorium. Or you can see him job at Full Faith.
No, I appreciate the kind words, dude. I really do.
I mean, if one's Magnum and two's you're doing great.
Yeah.
My third is fucking Ric Flair. So.
Well, if NWA Power can pick him up.
NWA N Power for the women. Rick's getting a sex change. No, I'm kidding.
Wow.
All right. So number 3. This is the third guy I would base an indie promotion around. Am I correct?
Yep.
Just so you know, I have one hand with whiskey in it, and I have another hand with soda. I am a pussy.
All right, I think I'm doubling up, and this is the first guy to appear on both countdowns. Oh no, Magnum did. I'm gonna say Anthony Gangone.
And Pancakes, because he also said he would book himself.
True, Pancakes is a douche. Anthony, when I met him, was such a introvert. You know, he didn't speak to the rest of the people. He didn't convert.
He was very to himself.
Yeah, I mean, he was young and he was a weird kid. And, I mean, but now everyone loves him. Everyone likes him. And the stuff he delivers in the ring, the way he talks, the cadence in which he speaks is hard to duplicate. His pulse on the current trigger of the trends of the millennial, the post-millennial kids. He understands it better. the way he wrestles is the strong style, but it's safe. I just feel like Gangone could really step up and, like you said, be a leader of a stable or even the guy, the champion.
Yeah. And you know what?
And this is my tag partner.
Out of character with Gangone, I'm just going to say this. I'm sorry I'm interrupting your time. But I'm going to say this. When my mom passed away, he was the very first person to hit me up on Facebook.
I thought you were going to reveal that Gangone killed your mom. And I was like, damn, he's a heel.
That's a fucking murder mystery that I would pay $9.99 to watch.
Clue 2.
Each month.
Clue 2. He did it with... He did it in the hospital with the pipe.
You know what's funny? My mom always wanted to be part of an angle. Yeah, I told you a good idea. You're welcome.
If we had more time, we definitely could have had...
Mom, this is your one and only shot.
Dude, if we had known, we could have had Gangone strangle your mom. I mean, not real, but early.
To come out of my fucking nose.
He would have been like, you want me to come and strangle his mom? And I'd be like, yes, drive 45 minutes to strangle this guy's mom in a hospital. We're going to try to film it. I don't know how it's going to work out.
I honestly, I was talking to my mother that day.
And you mentioned Gangone strangling her?
I mentioned you coming in and strangling her.
Well, I
mentioned you coming into the room. And you doing like a video. And then the nurse going into a room and be like, "Hi, Mary, you have a visitor." Oh, what is it? One of my boys? And you walk in the room and you're like, "You're not one of my boys." No.
It sounds like a porno now.
And you close the door. End scene.
Damn.
Dude,
there's nothing.
I'm telling you, I should be a movie director.
There's nothing more than I would like than Luther suppressing your mom into death. But
you dumbass.
You know, Gangone beat me to it.
No. You want to know something funny?
Yeah.
That whole angle.
Yeah.
She made that up.
I can see it.
My mom was a smart cookie.
Sex fantasies, I get it. All right, so who I got, Nicole?
Thank you for the ability to be able to consume whiskey and marijuana at the same time.
Mike Magnum, Pancakes, and Gangone are my 3 so far.
You got 2 more, brother. You got number 4. What's number 4 gonna be? Please, I got to know. I am just gushing with rigor mortis and anticipation.
Rigor mortis, you died and got a hard on? That's awesome.
I died and got a hard on? Hey, man.
I appreciate it.
That's gonna be the most awesome funeral ever.
Number 4, based in Indian promotion around on New York, in Long Island. This is hard.
Like my penis.
Damn.
Oh man, number 4 is a hard one, really? Wow, I can't believe what.
Because like number 5's like I can think of it, but number 4 it's like this is the last chance to do something out of the box that would bring in. You know what I would do? Amazing Red. And I would bill it as Amazing Red's farewell tour.
Do you have the money for Amazing Red?
Oh yeah.
Yeah? How much?
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. I can afford Red. I would bill it as when Red loses, he's gone. His farewell tour. And I put him on a psychotic win streak until he was ready to lose to whoever the guy was. Cool. Yes, you'd come to see when Red would lose.
And you know what? Amazing Red was fantastic. He was fantastic in TNA. He's fantastic in Hog. He's a you know.
And you could have great matches with Gangone because it's built-in heat. Every
single one of those guys.
Great matches with Bambino. Great matches with Six Toe. Great matches with Jackson. Great matches with Pancakes. It just bleeds into it. It's a very easy style to work for my number 4.
It really is.
And when he retires, it'd be such a big deal. We make it such a big deal. You know, it'd be at like the biggest pay-per-view of the year, and you'd have to see Red wrestle his last SWA match.
That building would pack the fuck out.
Yeah. So I think what do I got, Nicole? List them. 4 is Red.
You've got Mike Magnum, Pancakes, Gangone,
Amazing Red.
Wow.
One more.
I've crushed his 5.
Damn.
4 already.
All right. So this is the last person Not Steven Person.
Sorry, Steven.
Although I love him.
You're a good dude.
And money's not really an issue, but it is an issue. It's local guys. Oh, God. So what I got again?
Mike Magnum.
Great heel.
Pancakes.
Great face.
Gangone.
Great heel.
Amazing Red.
Great face. So I can go either way.
You can go either way with this one. It's a flip of the coin. As a matter of fact, why don't you flip a coin?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So it's got to be someone who's going to bring people in. They're going to want to see what he's doing. This is the last guy, or tag team, I guess, right?
Yeah, I guess that could count as one if you're bringing them.
And something we can build.
Heads or tails? Heads being face, tails
He's
being
really got a coin
heel,
here.
And whichever one it lands on.
Head heels.
Okay, head heels, tail.
Head heels.
If it lands, whatever it lands on.
And I'll pick.
You have to pick whether they are good for a heel or good for a face.
Yep, I'll pick a heel or a face. Heels, Abraham Lincoln's.
Okay, call it.
Abraham Lincoln's. I gotta pick a face. Alright, so one face to rule them all. One face to truly bring people. To truly bring people. And someone I can afford. Someone that's like, wouldn't break the bank. Well, Pancakes, you didn't think I had the answers to this. But Binky should know the answer. He is the greatest wrestler currently signed to a contract. Who still is affordable. He's from Alabama. Although most people think he is Spanish.
Fuego
del Sol, baby!
Oh, my favorite luchador!
Fuego del Sol, baby!
Louisiana's favorite!
Louisiana!
I love Fuego del Sol.
Fuego del Sol.
He is such amazing fucking talent, dude.
My next full faith wrestling opponent, Fuego del Sol, baby.
He is fantastic.
He is my new Nova Scotia, baby. He is my champion.
Because you know what? He is fantastic, and you know what?
Fuego del Sol. I will tag you in this video for likes. For letting you know.
If anybody has anything negative to say about Fuego del Sol,
Fuego del Donde Espresso.
blah blah blah. We've been drinking.
Fuego's the man. Fuego. He was 0-39 before he got his first AEW win.
And let me tell you something, not for nothing, but Fuego del Sol deserved that contract. When Sammy Guevara came out and gave him that contract, it was the fucking night of the week that week.
Yep.
Because let me tell you something, if anybody deserves a contract with AEW right now,
Fuego del Sol.
He's a hard-ass worker.
Yep.
He's been busting his ass. He's done dark matches for WWE. You know what? Not for nothing, in my opinion, and I've never met the guy. I'm entertained.
Yep.
He has captured me as a fucking fan.
If it's not his matches, you check out Sammy Guevara's vlog, and it is so funny. Fuego seems like such a genuine human being and such a great wrestler. If you don't see him in full faith, then Johnny Moore has done something wrong. But yeah, number 5.
You got Cezar Bononi to go through, pal.
That's true, Cezar Panini. I will literally spend the money to fly Fuego del Sol in to job out Matt Jackson anytime.
Cezar Bononi, Cezar Salad.
Cezar Panini.
Cezar Salad Panini. I don't want.
Now I want you to know that Pancakes has had one drink.
1.5.
I'm 6 in.
I've also smoked like 2 bowls.
Cocks. Ooh.
Bada bing, bada boom, bada dum 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 dum.
Penis. Ooh, penis came in the loudest. You look at that recorded.
Penis.
All right, guys. Little Monkey Binky.
Look at it. It's like a fucking blue wall.
Yeah, the penises are big.
The penises are popular with your computer screen.
Have we answered all your questions?
Yep, you got them.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after a huge hiatus, we are back with a Smoke and a Pancake presents James Lipton Iced Tea. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for taking the time. Like Fuego del Sol on Twitter and Instagram. ASAP podcast on a bunch of shit. Spotify and all that shit.
Podcasts with an S on the
Podcasts. Put the S. Don't be lazy, you sack of shit.
Sack of shit.
Jesus wouldn't be lazy.
You fucking bastard.
Mike Magnum, Marty Flames, Jesus Christ, Cezar Bononi.
Fucking like, poke, subscribe.
Poke is not an option anymore, you racist.
Oh, you know what? Fuck you, Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg took her poke away when Megan Fox turned down Spider-Man 8.
My garbage.
That's recycling. We'll be back, I don't know, probably this year. Thanksgiving, gobble gobble.
Guys,
good night. Stay positive, have AIDS. Good night, Planet Fitness.
Good night, everybody. It's been a schmoke.
Wipe your feet.
Wipe your feet.
Wipe your feet.
Wipe your feet. I think you. And a pancake.
Oh, man.